sports. It's in the game.
From the host of Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Okay. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He stiff arms him. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. On 2nd down, it's Clark, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Back to throw. Delgado. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st down, it's Clark. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive end, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run on first down. Clark. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Clark. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers will take over here just shy of the 30.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Okay, right?
Following the interception, Love. This one thrown underneath to A-Chain. And he's taken down right away at the 39-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ultra. Ready.
First carry of the game for the Aggie alum, Devon A-Chain. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The Niners at 9-5 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them. Galvanize themselves and go forward and get a win in this one.
Ready.
Play fake. Here's Love. To the sideline and incomplete. And you look at this Saints defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Strike.
On play action. Love to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake, Love. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready.
2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover.
Yellow. Set.
Love. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Ready.
3rd down, here's A-Chain. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt, and he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Go check, go check.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Clark, and he'll get a couple up to the 29. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. Delgado. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
This is fielded at the 27. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Ready.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Set, go.
To throw now. Here's Love. Being chased out left. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Okay, ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Yellow, lining.
H.A. now up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Ready.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Yellow. Set, cut.
Love looking to throw it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football back at their own 17. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Trey Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Shot 60.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Clark. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Blake Gillikin on a punt here as he'll send this one away. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taken from just outside the 30. Bust through the tackle. 43 yards on the punt. Return of 4. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Check, steal. Strike. Strike.
H-Chain on 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Love now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Play action this time with Love. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
On second down now, it's Clark. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Delgado. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
On 1st down, Clark. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Delgado. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Niners are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL. Season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this 1st half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you wonder if they'll just take this 3-0 lead to the locker room. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a 2nd and 2. Now Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this 1st half will come to an end. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Love, they go play action now. And he's got this one to Henderson. It's caught. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 33 yards that time.
Give up the middle to A-Chain.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9.
Ultra. Go ultra.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
3rd and 4.
Ready?
A-Chain gets it from the gun.
And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Let's go.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
Hut, hut.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Out of the gun is a give to A-Chain.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Ready.
Firing quickly out wide is Love. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Clark.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 44 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Shavarius Ward in on the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Hey, you gotta snap it. You gotta snap it.
Now it's the backup Watson.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Up the middle they go. It's Clark calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson.
There's Chris Olave. And he is going to have the Saints first down. And that wasn't easy, but they do wind up converting a 4th and 7 to keep this drive moving.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. One quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now a give, right side. Clark trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Clark. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Clark. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. If you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the 49ers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Ready up.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you, now you take care of us.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Love. He dumps it off to A-Chain. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Black Ultra. Smash. Red. Set.
It's A-Chain on the give.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Ready?
1st down, they go back to A-Chain.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Again, it's A-Chain.
And he's got this down to the 35. First down, San Francisco, the pickup, 14 yards.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
First down, going to the air with Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Green Jack. Ready?
Throwing. Love. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Cut.
On the handoff, it's A-Chain.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And his kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you're still in this game. Yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously is struggling. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now Love. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Love. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Love looking to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Now the 49ers electing to lead the offense out there and go for 2.
Love throwing for it.
Flush to his right. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And Dallas Flowers going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
On second down, here's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Watson off play action. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jalen Reagor, 75 yards. And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. To throw, Watson. He lets it go deep for Olave.
And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 92% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Ready?
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown.